joyful gathering.
Good morning.
So if you've been feeling pain, resistance, grief, fear, and just a general sense of overwhelmment for the past few weeks, you're not alone. Many of us have been feeling intense tension and stress for the past couple of months, actually. In addition to leaving and dealing with life's treasures and pressures, we've had 5 planets in retrograde and 2 major eclipses taking place within 3 weeks of each other. What this means is that everything which no longer serves you has been coming up into your life, has been turned upside down, and has been brought up for healing. And not in a very gentle way. And that's an understatement. See, the universe has been conspiring on our behalf, even though it might have felt like it's been turning against us. These intense cosmic events, added to the volatile changes in the political landscape of our country, have been causing us to feel like pumped up balloons who are overly inflated, heated, and squeezed to the max. We just cannot take one more blow. There is too much going on. It feels like we're just going to explode. And that's exactly what I was feeling about 3 weeks ago, right before leaving for a vacation with John and the kids. In addition to the heightened emotions festering up within me, I was also feeling like I had so many things to get done right before departing. I felt so much tension and stress, and like I just didn't have enough time to get it all done. And the less time I thought I had, the more things kept piling up for me to get done. So my mind was pretty much swirling in a sea of restlessness as worry and doubt were creeping up. The tightness, tension, and stress seemed insurmountable, and they just kept on building up inside. Can you relate to what I'm sharing?
Yes.
Have you felt anything like this recently or at any time in your life?
Yes. Sure.
Now, the logical action to take when you have so much pressure and constriction building up in the balloon of your life is to let some air out, right? To let go, to allow a higher power to take over, to help you, guide you, and show you the way out, right? Now, in my case, and maybe in yours as well, instead of surrendering, letting go, and letting God, I was so caught up in the turmoil and the feeling of chaos and anxiety that I actually would tighten up even more and try to control it all. But as life experience and science of mind teaches us, we cannot really control external situations, conditions, or circumstances, no matter how dire they are, and no matter how hard you try to control them. Control, fear, doubt, and worry only makes us contract more. And when we contract, we pinch ourselves even more from the limitless nature and abundant flow of life within us. We can only control our own mind and our thoughts. As Ernest Holmes states, we are intelligent beings living in an intelligent universe that responds to our mental states, and in as far as we learn to control those mental states, we shall automatically control our environment. So the invitation for you today is to take control of your mind and consciously choose to let go before you finally explode. So in my own experience, as I was preparing for a summer trip, dealing with a lot of doubt, fear, and anxiety. As you might already know, my husband John had torn his ACL and meniscus just 2 weeks before this trip that we had planned 6 months before that. So I really kept on going into uncertainty and doubting what to do. I was like, should we go on this trip? Should we cancel and stay home? You know, what does the unknown have in store for us? What's really going to happen? Is it okay traveling almost across the globe with an almost broken knee? So in the midst of worry and doubt, our family actually decided to take the plunge, to go forth, and to take on this journey of adventure. We decided to surrender all the uncertainty and worry and let God take care of all the details. And it just so happened that the day before we were leaving for our vacation, this incredible woman named Amma, who is a Hindu spiritual leader and travels across the world hugging people and embracing love, was going to be in DC. So I made room in my incredibly tight schedule, and I actually drove for 3 hours there and 3 hours back to see her. See, I just needed to get her hug. I needed to be reminded of what it felt like to be the essence of love. Now, if you've never seen Amma before, if you've never been in her presence, I so highly recommend that you do so if you get the chance, because it's an incredible experience. You're first sitting in a room of like 500 to 1,000 people. You get given a number when you first walk in. You sit in a very meditative state, and she walks onto stage, and they guide you into a meditation that allows you to feel very peaceful inside. And then when your number is finally called, you move up into the stage, you wait for your turn, and then you go forward and you kneel in front of Amma, and she gently embraces you. Now the embrace is like nothing I've ever experienced before. It really feels like you're just dissolving into being a little kid again. Everything that you felt, you know, was your resistance, your fear, your limitations, just completely melts away. And that was exactly my experience with her. So after receiving the embrace, they actually allow you to sit up on the stage and to just process the experience, because it's really life-changing. And so while I was sitting on stage meditating, I felt as though I was receiving a download directly from Amma herself. And this is what I heard in my mind. When everything seems out of control, when it seems like you're stuck and there is nothing you can do, surrender it all to love. Let love take care of everything. I'm going to say it again because I think it's pretty powerful. When everything seems out of control, when it seems like you're stuck and there is no way out, surrender it all to love. Let love take care of everything. And so I did. I let all the churned up emotions dissolve. I let my tears flow as fear and doubt melted away in the arms of love. Quite often, this is all it takes, to let go of what we feel and know, and to let God direct our lives, trusting that all things are going to work out. Now, letting go and letting God is not a new concept. I'm sure you've heard it before, right?
Yeah.
But how do we actually move from having that concept in our minds to actually practicing it in our lives? How do we totally let go and let God, quite possibly before you even get to the point of exploding? And as you know, there are many tools that can empower you to do so. 3 of the following are my favorite spiritual tools to help you let go, and I know you're familiar with most of them here. The first one is affirmative prayer, which is a form of prayer that we practice here at Joyful Gathering in religious science. The second one is meditation. And the third one is positive affirmations and mantras. But the only way really that these tools will help you is by actually practicing them and putting them into practice. Not just leaving them in the encyclopedia of your mind as, okay, I know what meditation is, I know what affirmation is, and I know what prayer is. It's actually doing them, practicing, experiencing them in your life. And the key is to actually create a habit of this practice so that when the shift hits the fan, you're already in that mode of prayer, meditation, and affirmation, and you know what to turn to allow transformation to take place within you. Bless you. So Eric Butterworth, one of my favorite authors who wrote the book Spiritual Economics, describes prayer as the consciousness of the allness of life. Allness is perhaps a better term than God because it is less misunderstood. We live and move in the allness of life. Prayer is a systematic and scientific way of changing your thoughts and getting yourself in tune with the divine flow that's already moving in and through you at all times. I know you already know what meditation, positive affirmations are, and mantras can also help empower you to let go of negative thinking and transmute obsolete subconscious beliefs within you. But the thing is that while we are in the midst of a crisis or just a negative state of mind, it can be rather difficult to remember our truth, to let go, to trust, and to let God take care of our life. So one of the key practices that we experience during practitioner training right here at Joyful Gathering and in all religious science centers is pairing up with another student in class who becomes our prayer partner. So we connect via phone at least once a week. We plan it in advance, and we actually pray together. We hold consciousness for the highest healing and good to take place. And you, my friends, can do it too. It is very simple, but it does require your commitment. It does require you saying yes to yourself, to the practice, and to the unparalleled transformation that you can potentially experience. So all you have to do is simply ask a friend, a loved one, or a family relative to become your partner. And then you need to plan it in advance, because you know that all activities in your life get planned, get scheduled, you put them in your planner, you put them in your phone. So you need to do the same with this. You need to find your partner and you need to plan in advance what day of the week you're going to be connecting via phone or FaceTime or even in person over a cup of coffee and actually praying together, holding consciousness together. And then you need to show up. So no matter what is happening in your life, no matter what you're feeling, no matter what the government is doing, you need to keep that date, show up, and do it together. You need to practice together to amplify this force field of prayer, where you get to feel connected, supported. You get to hold consciousness for each other, and you get to also keep each other accountable by showing up and letting the presence of love take care of what you want. As Jesus said, "For when two or more gather in my name, there I am with you." AKA, miracles happen. And that is the power of prayer. And so I'd love for you to leave here today, not just with the knowledge of what it means to let go and let God, but to actually experience it. This will be a way for us to move beyond the faith, the belief, and the trust, and to actually take action together right here and now, so that you will know how to apply it in your life. So let's play it out right here and now. Are you game?
Yes.
All right. And if you're watching at home, just get a partner and follow along. So today, we will do it here in a very special way because we will not be speaking. We will just be holding the intention for transformation to take place. And knowing that this one and only power called God is moving in and through you and your partner as well. This power is the formless substance filled with infinite potentiality, capable of becoming everything and dissolving everything. So now, I invite you to turn to your left or to your right and find someone that you can partner with. If we don't have an even number, you can even form triples. So 3 people together here and now. And you're welcome to do that at home as well. So very quietly, find someone that you want to partner with. Make sure that everyone has someone. Are we all paired up? Everyone's got at least one person? Awesome. Now please hold hands. And before you go into a meditative space and to a space of holding consciousness, you will decide if you're A or B. If you're partner A, you will simply be holding consciousness, not really thinking about whatever it is that you would like to change. And if you are B, you're actually going to be the person that goes first and is going to be receiving the treatment. And so decide amongst yourselves who's going to be A, who's going to be B. And once you decided, you have nothing to worry about, for I will be guiding you through the process. So I invite you to get a little bit quiet, to slow down, to close your eyes. And begin by taking a deep breath in through your nose. Now both A and B can breathe in together. And then slowly exhale the breath. Inhale deeply again. And then slowly exhale the breath. Take another deep breath in. And allow all your awareness and attention to come to your heart center right now. And to remember that it is the presence of God, the presence of life, the power of love that is breathing you into being right here and now. It is safe for you to relax. It is safe for you to release. And it is absolutely safe for you to receive. Just be, breathe, and let God take care of the rest. So without talking, whoever has been labeled B in our groups is going to bring your awareness and your attention to anything that's been bugging you, that's been bringing you down, anything that has been giving you a sense of stress, tension, or struggle in your life. Become aware of it. There is no need to hide it inside anymore. This is your time to let it go. And so just connect with the awareness of what you're willing to release or transform as your partner A simply holds the consciousness, the state of awareness that with the power everything is possible. Just inhale deeply together, and then slowly exhale. Get out of your own way and allow the flow of life to move in and through you. Allow this divine spirit to bathe you in its light, to shower you with its love. And to give you right here and now whatever you need in your own life. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. As you know it, feel it, and believe it. And you trust that it is already done. Take another deep breath in. And without talking, we're going to be switching. So whoever was partner B will be holding consciousness right now. As partner A begins to bring into his or her awareness whatever you are willing to release or transform in your mind and in your life right now. Connect with each other. Connect with this power of love. Allow this pure potentiality to move in and through you now. Allow it to dissolve what is no longer working for you. Even if it worked for you when you were 5 years old, even if it played out for you for the past 20 years of your life, if it is obsolete, if it is no longer working for you, let it go. Do not be afraid of the unknown. God has your back. You are powerful, you are worthy, you are strong, and you are absolutely capable of letting this go right now. You are blessed with this power, with this presence that makes the impossible possible. And this power resides deep within you. It is who you really are. So give yourself permission to connect with this power, to move beyond the limiting belief, the struggle, the doubts, the fears that have been creeping up in your mind, and just choose to let them go. Let the consciousness of God bring stillness in your mind. Let the love of God re-energize the passion in your heart. Let the pure potentiality of spirit bring you back to a renewed sense of self, where you are no longer afraid. You are no longer limited. You are no longer doubtful. You are filled with limitlessness, with power, with joy, with well-being, and with infinite potentiality, being born anew right here and now. Take a deep breath in together, please. Exhale the breath. Let everything go. And let God take care of you and your life right now. Connect with your faith and your conviction, and trust that it is already done. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And as you feel ready and able, begin to slowly open up your eyes and notice how you're feeling right now. Feel free to give your partner a hug if it feels right for you. And staying in the space of stillness, peace, love, and silence, I am reminding you that this is what it feels to let go. This is what it feels to allow God to take over and co-create with you. This is what it feels like to relax and receive, and to know that this invisible power is invincible and can conquer anything in and through you. Let's take another deep breath in together to anchor this power within us right now. And as you do so, let me share with you that our vacation was actually a miraculous adventure filled with magic and synchronicities every step of the way. John's knee was strong, and it held up through multiple walking tours, including one that we took to the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican. And it is there that we got to witness firsthand Michelangelo's painting called The Creation of Adam. Now, even if you haven't been to the Sistine Chapel yourself, I know you're familiar with this painting. It's the one that's in the ceiling, and you see the finger of God almost touching the finger of Adam. Now, the painting is absolutely breathtaking, and the meaning behind it is pretty awesome as well. It is actually a depiction of man, or a human, being made in the image and likeness of God. So it is an invitation to remember that this energy, vibration, and power of God resides deep within us, not in a place that's far away. Just like you experienced when you were praying together and you could feel this essence, this power, this potentiality flowing in and through you, so is the case for every being in this planet. So this creative power, this pure potentiality is able to change and take care of anything in your life. So it is completely safe for us to feel safe, to let go and to let God, to believe, to have faith, and to trust that this power can actually take care of everything. Ernest Holmes says, "Spirit is forever incarnating itself in us. Such an understanding teaches us that there can never come a time when we shall stop progressing, that age is an illusion, that limitation is a mistake, that unhappiness is ignorance. We cannot be afraid when we know the truth. The greatest good accompanying such an understanding of truth will be the elimination of fear." So all the planets that have been in retrograde and the eclipses taking place, including the one that we just experienced on Friday, that was like the longest eclipse of this century, have actually been acting as catalysts, expediting our inner transformation, empowering us to strip all unwanted layers, beliefs, and emotions that have been obsolete or no longer playing for us. So these cosmic events have been creating doorways to move beyond the illusion of form and appearances into the realm of spirit and truth, where we can let go of hiding and pretending while getting to the essence of our soul. Our country has also been mirroring this process. So regardless of your political affiliations or views, what appears to be reality is just an illusion. There is a greater power underneath it all. Not just the power of a government or a single president, but the power of God. A power rooted in love, ensuring divine right order is taking place at all times. It is time for us to come together as one, knowing beyond the shadow of doubt that everything and all of us will be all right. We are here for a purpose. We were born at this time to be the leaders we need to become, to carry the light, to bring our light into all spaces of darkness and let it shine, revealing the shadows and knowing our truth, knowing God's truth. We will be victorious. Light and love always win. So let's consciously choose to see beyond our political differences into each other's hearts. Let's surrender into the power of love, not to explode, but to finally let go. And in Emma's words, make a firm decision. Whatever happens, I will be happy. I will be strong. God is always with you. So let's affirm this truth to conclude this talk together today by repeating it together in the form of an affirmative affirmation. So please repeat after me. Whatever happens, I am happy.
I am happy.
I am strong.
I am strong.
God is always with me.
God is always with me.
And one last time together, whatever happens, I am happy.
I am happy.
I am strong.
I am strong.
God is always with me.
God is always with me.
And so it is.
And so it is.